Hi guys. Now, let's take a look into slipping and punching in this session. And now, the most important thing in self-defense and in combat sports is also so that you will not get hit. That's the main idea. One of the Krav Maga basics of do not get hurt. And that's why it's much more important to understand and have eye for getting out of the line of fire, and while you are delivering your stopping attack or stopping defense, depending on how you want to put it, to the other person. So in this session, let's get straight to the point. I don't want to make any big warm-ups, because the idea that, hey, you are getting to a situation and now you're getting ready to take some action or get out of the action if you succeed in de-escalating and getting away. All right, but with the subject of slipping, we are very much working on with the subject of flinching. Flinching meaning that, hey, something comes up, suddenly it comes up, my hands go up here or my hands go up here, and now what we are trying to do is to combine that flinching to slipping to attacking. And that of course requires repetition, that requires a lot of different workouts and in different training forms, but the idea here is now to start getting on that journey or keep it up. All right, so basically, if something is coming towards my head and I'm standing position like this, what I want to do is this, or I want to go. Something is happening, I want to do is this. Now, how do I turn this into a punch? I do this, okay? So something coming towards my face, I do this. That's my front hand jab, okay? So something coming towards me, I step outside or move outside. I don't like the word stepping, because that would mean that I would take a step and this leg would be behind and now I would get hit, but I'm moving. Something coming towards my head, now I'm doing this with my own hand, and now I got hit. I did not move my head away. So this, and now thinking, okay, what's the plus one I'm having here of the attack? I continue moving and punching. So the first slip is actually this. Of course, I can also make it, whether I'm making it moving a little bit backwards inside, but I'm not just making round like this. You see this leg also moving at the same time, because I want the person who is attacking to go there. If it's a bull or rhino coming towards you, this is not going to stop it, okay? Well, maybe this will not either, but at least you will not get hit by it. Of course, you can also move diagonally forward. So whether I'm moving to here, diagonally backwards, or I'm moving here, diagonally forward, that's my first slip. Then it said that, okay, this is usually done at, okay, the person is hitting you with the backhand or their right hand against your left. It doesn't really matter. If you flinch, if you get startled and you move here, you need to adjoin this punch into that motion. That's the key idea. And of course, it can be so that this was the defensive strike, and then comes the offensive strike. But the slip itself to here, and I try to get to your brain the idea that once you slip, you hit, move and fire. 3 things any infantry soldier needs to know, okay? So that's the key idea. Then, okay, what if I want to move there? There is nothing to do with wanting. There is everything to do with reacting. And this is where people go wrong the most of the times. So, yeah, but now they're striking with their left hand and I should be moving here. No, if it's coming towards your face and you do this, you'll be fine. Of course, if you are like this and now this hand is coming from here, definitely I will be moving this way. I will not definitely be moving this way. So that's the reaction game. And you can train both sides. If you have anything that you can make swing, like a bag, or even if I have something that I can put a string or something coming towards me, if I make them swing and I move out and I hit, that's very easy exercise to do, okay? Another one, another primal one, is a thing that something is coming towards me and I'm doing this. I may be doing this. So from that position, I will be joining the hit here. So now let's say that Arnold here is swinging a punch to me and I go like this. So I want to join my hitting here that do that same motion. And now again, it's quite easy to do either this way or even do this way. But now remember, when you are doing this with your like forward hand, try to avoid doing this, because now you are turning sideways. And what happens here, I'm now placing this, I'm missing, and now the person just stepped behind me, and now I'm on my back. So every time have the opposite leg in front. So if I'm doing to here, I'm moving this leg to that side, okay? So to here, to here. And now your +1 being maybe a large hook punch, or perhaps it will be something like a roundhouse kick or whatever, okay? That's the slip number 2. So we have this, we have this. And those are the 2 main ones. Then when we elaborate this motion into a, so like a U-shape slip motion, the idea would be that there is something coming towards my head from here. I go to here, I move from below and get back there. And of course you can go directly down and then up, but then we are missing one key element of that slipping, and that's the flinching. Thinking that something is coming towards my head, I go here and then I go around. So from Krav Maga point of view, I would say that, hey, I'm slipping to here, I am hitting to the person, to the groin, and now I'm moving out. And I would say that the best example of this is when you look at boxers with pickable style boxers going from here, bobbing around. Nowadays, Mike Tyson, my absolute favorite, in that sort of motion, looking at the body control that the top athlete, retired or not, still has. So the idea of moving to here, to here, to here, important. Not to go to here, because once your shoulders pass your toes, you are now trying to make everything work with your back muscles. And that's going to be slow, and you can make probably 1 or 2, but that's the end of it. So thinking of doing this, coming up, and from here. All right, so those are the three main slips that we have. Now, of course, and then where I can use punching. Of course, I can slip to the side and punch, no problem. Thinking of this. And now in the next session that I'm dealing with slips and kicks, doing this and kicking, it's all good. But now remember that the tool that you're gonna use, whether it's gonna be a punch or it's gonna be a kick, depends on the distance of the attacker coming towards you, all right? And that's why training both of these slips and attacks is very important. So now, I'm gonna just get one ball there to swing at me so we can do a little bit of this exercise. And if you have anything, a cord or something that you can put on the ceiling, just do it. So now, to use a floor ceiling ball, now just not tied to the ground, but the idea of just making the slips. So thinking that, hey, I need to move out. That's gonna hurt if it hits my forehead, so let's put it there. So from here, just thinking of making a slip, and now it's coming at a slow pace. You have time to think that, okay, I am moving here, and now I can start doing punches. And now as you see, it doesn't need to be a floor ceiling ball, even though this is one of the best pieces of equipment that you can get for exercising. And it's, you know, very cheap, and you can attach it to practically anything. Then, if you want to practice, so I was going under, side, 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 okay? Now, I'm going outside, so I'm more like this. Very easy, okay? And then for the U type of slip, so I will first go to here, and then I will pop up from here. Now it's hitting the back of my head, okay? So now, thinking to here, to here. All right? So these are not very hard exercises to do. When you have a partner to train with, remember that for the slipping exercises, you should have more than a hand's reach of distance. Then it's going to be quite easy. And the other one, wearing different pads and so on, it's going to be good exercise. So to do as the boxers, I'm holding the pads, and then doing the hitting, I'm holding also some protection on my chest and body, so you can actually make the punches hard. But with Bob, or back there, just thinking that, all right, I'm here. I shouldn't be coming to the side or from here. So using straight hook type of punches, that is good. All right? So now, for the exercise, you can choose. If you want to work with back, you work with back. Thinking that, all right, I am going side, I'm doing this, I'm going side, I'm doing this. 2 punches. If you're working with the ball, whether it's just going to be like, okay, outside, 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 outside. And the back and Arnold are essentially the same. Okay? Try this, and any questions, come up with them. I will answer, and in the future sessions I will, you have the session there ready where I'm using the floor to ceiling ball as a part of this exercise, and you can do that. Okay? Alright, have fun training and be seeing you.